Alright guys, here's the tutorial on how to clean the oven. This is of course at Speedway on East Main Street, in Lancaster, Ohio. Alright, check out our little oven. You can see that it's nice and messed up here. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the two parts that are on the inside. Alright, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Now see, this is a pretty simple, straightforward thing. You take something that you're actually supposed to be allowed having, I'm sure, but pick that up and pull out the block. As you can see, you have two sides of the block. They both look really, really nice. But this is actually the clean side. So what you're going to do, you're going to scrape off this side, the sides, and probably that little drippage on the front there. You're going to place that back in the grate after you're done. Your grate just pulls right out. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to throw that into the sink, let it soak in some nice oven cleaner for a little bit. While we're doing that, I'm going to wipe out the oven. Alright, and here we have our semi-sexy looking oven. Believe it or not, it has been wiped out. It's just pretty dingy. Anyway, what I did was I soaked the grate in our little oven cleaner and I reloaded off. Our oven cleaner here is your best friend. And what I did to the oven was of course just sprayed it out, reload the shit out of it, wiped it out with a dry towel, then of course rinsed it off with a wet one just to get some of the residue off there, just to make sure it's safe. And then we have our block here, which this is still on the dirty side, but I have scraped the other side and this side and everything else and scraped it with our nice state-of-the-art brand new knife. So anyway, everything's all looking sexy, so let's put this thing back together. As you can see, this thing has this little ledge on it. That's actually for the front. Now, for some reason my flash won't work on here, but I don't know if you can see, but there are two little ledges sticking out there. That holds up the back of your grate as your ledge rests on the front. So see, that is in there, looks somewhat shiny, somewhat dirty, as pretty as you're going to get it. So then you have this bad boy, which yes, you're going to put the other side in kind of dirty, because what happens is everything down there burns it off and cleans it off. So that's in. And I was told at Memorial that if you bust this thing, it's $500 and I believe an automatic termination. So, you know, it's a fun job to gamble with. Alright, that's how you clean out the inside. Now something I have noticed is that we don't always get the rest of it done. So, I'm going to show you how to clean some of the outside. Alright, outer care. As you can see, we got the oven pulled out, and this is the back of it. Now see, there are a few parts that you need to take off, so you're going to need a screwdriver for this. And around this store it gets a little tricky, so I have a multi-purpose tool here with me. So, there's these parts you got to take off. There is this part, which covers the fan unit. And I'm going to act like I know what I'm talking about here, so bear with me. There's also a grate on the fan, which you can see is kind of missing, which we'll see that later. We're missing that screw. There is four screws on this one, 8 screws on this one. Then there's a little part down here that covers an exhaust port that has 1 screw to it. So let's see if I can take those off and kind of show you how they work. Alright. Burb. And here we are with the fan guard unit taken off. Alright. Now see, this grate is usually on the fan. And as you can see, it sits down like that, or the other way. And there's a screw that goes in it like that. And as you can tell by the rest of this thing, there are screws missing. And that is just for effect because we didn't want the rest of the equipment to feel left out. So what we're going to do, in order to take this exhaust port off, I loosened that earlier. I'm not Superman, unless you ladies want me to be. And then if you can't see it, this little lever goes into a slot right here. Can't really see very well because it kind of blends in. If you look really hard, there's a slot right here, or here, or everywhere else. And give me a second, I'll take this off. Alright, and now we have our bare-assed oven. As you can see, all the grates are gone. They are now in the sink enjoying a nice oven cleaner bath. And, well, not a bath, a spray down, you know, sponge bath. Anyway, what I'm going to do is spray this down lightly. Try not to get it in anything because, you know, it'll smell for hours and may cause some electrical issues. So just spray it down, wipe off the tops, the sides, the whole 9 yards. And while you're at it, the walls, and if you can reach up there, because as you can see, that needs a little of attention anyway. But seeing how it's third shift, and
ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, now that we have the oven looking all sexified, and all our back grates and parts have had their bath and been scrubbed off. And when scrubbing off these grates, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory on which parts get dirty. It's always on the inside. This is usually in here. Just if it's dirty, clean it. If you can't figure that one out, please stay away from the oven and the gas pumps and anything with a sharp edge, and you might want to invest in crayons. So now I'm going to put these on, but first I want to show you how many holes are where so you can see how to put these on. Now first off, you're going to put on this itty bitty little chimney cover. And like I was telling you, there is a tab, there is a slot, giggity, and you put that in there and put a screw right there. Give me just a second while I complete that step. Alright, now we're in focus. Now that we got that little vent thing on there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this and place it on top of your little vent thingy. Now you're going to need 2 hands for this, so I can't do it, but there are 4 screws, 2 on this side and 2 on this little bevel side, that go in there. And like I said, usually there is the grate that is on there that needs to put on first. But, you know, you can only work with what you have. Alright, and here we have everything put back on. Got the cover put on with its 4 screws. And then I have this motor thing put on. And it usually has 8 screws, but like the rest of us at Speedway, it's got a few screws missing. So that is how you clean the oven. And let's put this back so I can finish this up for y'all. Alright, now that I have kind of made this thing look better, there is some dirt here that seems to never want to come off. Anyway, I'm going to wipe it down again. But there's something I forgot to kind of disclaim here. One, notice it says oven off. You want the oven off. Believe me, you want the oven off. If you don't have the oven off, don't clean it. So first you're going to keep hitting back. If you hit back enough, or stop then back, and keep hitting back, have fun, and that will usually shut it off. Goes all the way down to there. It'll say cooling down. You leave the oven door open and you let it go. See, it says ready to clean now, which means it had already cooled down. So what you're going to do, or what I always do, if this is incorrect, please correct me later, maybe with a paddle, wink. Alright, it says please wait, and warming up. Now after about an hour it'll say ready to cook, or it'll say something. Somebody will be here to cook and see that it's ready, and if not, just stick your hand in and put it on there. I'm kidding, don't do that. So anyway, that's how you clean the oven. So, and just another disclaimer, only because, I would like my coworkers to live long, happy lives, and, I really do care about them. When you're messing with the oven cleaner, it lets off some really, really harsh fumes, almost cutting off breathing. So, my best advice is try to hold your breath when spraying into maybe a sink or into an enclosed area like the oven. And I think that's about it. And of course, when putting the oven back, watch out for the receptacle on the other side, because that can be pretty dangerous. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.